What's happening, everybody? I'm Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays. That over there is Detroit Lenny, and this is Morning Wood 420-day edition. Hi, everybody. Hope you're feeling good today. How are you feeling?
What you did there. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
It's a beautiful
Just
thing.
saying.
I
I see what you did there.
I get paid to talk.
Participating states, folks. Participating states.
Ayo. Yeah, that's just it. We're legal. Legalize it. So yeah, welcome to Morning Wood. Everybody like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Don't forget about our sponsor, Caesar Sportsbook. You're going to check out the description of the video. You're going to find a link there. You're going to click on the link. It's going to take you to Caesars, and they're going to give you up to $1,100 in first bet insurance. So get going on with that. We've got special guests today, Scott and Scott from Back to the Window with Scott and Scott. Scott Reichel and Scott Steen are coming on in about 15 minutes here, so you guys can meet them. They are part of the Max Wagers Network daily lineup. If you guys haven't already subscribed to the Max Wagers Network, do that for sure. It starts off every day at noon with Sean Higgs, rolls right into us here. Look, you found us. Excellent work at Morning Wood. Up next, you're going to go see Chris King with Just Parlays at 2 p.m. Eastern. Back to the Window with Scott and Scott. You'll meet them today, but they come on every day at 3 Eastern. And then, of course, Game Time Decision. I'm changing this. It needs to be Lenny and the Twins with Lenny and the Earl Twins. Bam. Got it.
Real quick, yeah. I don't mean to interrupt, but I was going to say, I did have a conversation with Craig last night. I want to confirm this, but pretty soon, which I think next week, all these shows that she's going to are going to stream only live on Max Wager Network. Only live on Max Wager Network's YouTube and all social media stuff. And then we will upload onto, say, Picks and Parlays or Winners and Winers or wherever else you guys are watching the recorded version after it is live. So if you enter contests on the live show, hint, hint, wink, wink, you're only going to be able to do that on Max Wager Network. There'll be a test later. Don't forget, take notes.
Yeah, take notes. Or just
speaking of this guy.
Silky won the last.
He doesn't even know.
You didn't even know? You won the last Woody standing, Silky man. You win $100 and a t-shirt. Sugar. I never sent that out to freaking Craig for Richie P's stuff, but I'll do now. I've got Silky also. I'm sorry, Richie P.
Yes, Silky Man won last Woody standing from last week. We still have 22 people in it this week.
Excellent work, Silky. Silky's one of the OGs. It was Silky and Elliot B that started the idea of the whole contest. That's how that went down. Morning, you're going with the White Sox Guardians game 1 Nerfy. Oh yeah, on that Tommy kid, did you get that in the last Woody? I left his on because I didn't know if it was game 1 or 2.
It was the one that won. I do know that because he put it on Facebook, and so what I do is, like, at the end of the night when I'm grading Handicap 10, I just kind of update the Morning Wood spreadsheet with everything that's been on the Facebook page. So this way I can kind of mentally make sure that nobody puts some stuff in too late.
Right. Okay. You got a system. You've got a system, and I like
it's madness.
Chaos.
But it works.
Total
Don't
chaos.
touch nothing. Don't touch nothing on my desk.
Oh God, I was going through the spreadsheet. I was grading the last Woody, and I hit some button, and like everything disappeared over to one side. Like I had the names and I had what team, but that middle line where their picks are disappeared. I'm like, Sugar Ball, he's not here. What do I do? I hit
I better not ever get a text that says Sugar Balls, because I'm going to assume you need bail money.
Low or
Sugar Balls
are O and 10. The way that you word picks, Sean Austin, it confuses me. It confuses me. Like he'll say like fade of the day, Predators puck line. So then I'll be like, okay, fade the Predators, take the other one on the puck line. And then
I would have worded this Orioles unders are 10-0.
See, because yesterday I took an Orioles over because I thought it was 0 and 9.
Lost it, apparently.
And I took it over and I lost it, but it was because of the wording of this. This is the second time Sean Austin has done this to me where I took the wrong pick because of the wording. But the first time I actually cashed my pick. Yesterday I did not. You hit that dispensary across from Palms when you were there. What is that? MedMen over there? No.
I don't know.
I don't go to dispensaries.
I got this one by my house.
I got this chick I know. Like button, Laterica. What's happening, Laterica Craft? For the last Woody, you're going to go Kyrie Irving over 5.5 assists. All right. Happy normal holiday to us. Yeah, that's just it.
I didn't want to say it, Laterica, but
yeah. I mean it's right there.
Every other day.
We should find like little Easter eggs and hide nugs of weed in them or something like that. Like there should be something that people do besides just sit around and do what we do.
I don't do drugs anymore or any less, but
they do me. It's not drugs, it's plant medicine. Okay. I don't do drugs. I smoke weed. It's different. It's plant medicine.
That's true.
Yes. Good job, Silky Man. Woo! Get it. You didn't know you're a legend now. You were always a legend. You were always a legend. You got cash and your t-shirt. Excellent. AJ's beautiful. Okay. Hey, Miss Julie Carly, how you doing? That's how you know Jer's been in his own world this morning. Huh?
Where's Julie been? She hasn't been very active in the chat. I feel like I miss her.
I always miss Julie. I remember she was on the Guardians. I totally forgot Richie P. Like I had it going on and then I didn't send it and do it. I think I was waiting for something from John Gertleman and then I didn't get that. And so that was my like in my head to keep going, but that never happened. So that never happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Richie. I'll get it to you. I'm good for it. Dodgers money line. Oh, me and Josh had a fun one last night in playing the Dodgers. Excuse me. Madness. No, this is Max Wager Network. Yeah,
it's madness on the Max Wager Network.
Max Wager Madness. What was I trying to say?
Speaking of Tate the Great, so there's 3 people left in this going deep contest, and it's Kyle Pickard who's going to be the winner, and then me and some guy named Tate, because we're just battling against each other, and Kyle Pickard just keeps winning, and like we're too busy wrapped up in each other and talking trash to each other on the Facebook stuff that he's gonna end up winning. So
Kyle Pickard's like, cool story.
Kyle Pickard's like, you guys go ahead over there. I'm just gonna sit here and win.
I kept cooked. Yeah, that's just it. I don't need no part of it. Forget every other Lenny Alley knows how I roll. That's just it. That's just it. You know how she rolls all day long. All day long.
All day.
Just sitting there rolling blunts all day long. Oh God. Damn. Yeah. I still have a Laterica roach in one of my ashtrays out there, actually. I can't throw it away. Laterica, I miss you. Nothing being smoked for me. Sticking to booze. Balling. Well, at least drink some green booze. You're in? Let's go, James. Let's go. Same as National Beer Day for you. Just normal day. Just a normal.
Right.
Like I need an excuse to drink beer. Meds are a separate type of drug, so we're good. Yes, exactly. That's right, Julie. All right. She's been here, Lenny. She's been here. Okay, so wow, we're already at the bottom of the chat. That was pretty
I don't know what to do. I'm gonna update the spreadsheet with the people that put their last Woody on the.
We could talk about the Handicapper. We could always bring up the Handicapper.
Do we have to talk about that?
It's my job to promote our contest, Lenny. It's my job. Kyle Pritchard will probably win, but if you can please lose today, Lenny, that would be great. Thanks.
No,
that'd be super cool.
We're both. Hey, by the way, I've only put in Nerfies. I'm pretty sure Nerfies or run lines, maybe. I don't know, but I'm on Nerfies from here on out.
Okay, you've only done Nerfies so far. Oh, in your going deep contest, you mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna share the if I can the Handicapper thing real quick.
Okay. Did you invite Scott and Scott through Twitter or email?
Through email, and they responded with they got the link. Okay. Well, the one Scott did. They could like, got it, thanks. So this is a thing called Handicap 10.
Medic, I was thinking about you this morning. I feel like I haven't seen Medic in a while. Hi, Miss Medic. Nerfy's where you're at. You're on one today also. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Handicap 10, some chick named Allie Burns Still dominating here. We got a little shakeup on the top. Remember we were talking about Anthony Salvato?
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye. That's what you get for coming for me, TS. That's what you get, TS.
So that happened. Cody Bennett dropped a little. Rodney Molina dropped Tim Earls on the Titanic. And he knows it. He knows it. And he can't stop the bleeding.
That little shiznit, I did a total chaos with him. And I was like, oh, I wanted to talk crap about overtaking you in the handicap time. He's like, actually, I did the math and my winning percentage is higher than you. I'm like, really?
I told him ever since he mentioned that.
Loser.
Ever since he's mentioned that, he's went over.
Yep.
He hasn't won since. You 0 for 2 days in a row.
Whenever other people get in that green box with me, they perish afterwards. Look at Cody and Anthony Salvato perishing. So Chris Glisson, James Mount, better get a snorkel, buddy. Get a
Chris
snorkel.
Glisson's always at the top though, or flirting with it. So I think and James Mount, he's kind of, I think this is his second handicap 10. He might have been in last month's. I can check real quick.
James says I'm waiting for the Ukrainians to bomb Moscow to slow your roll on table tennis. When I told Higgs about it,
it's like, fair.
Russian table tennis, aren't they supposed to be fighting a war? And I was like, yeah, they are fighting a war over a ping pong table. Don't even trip. How about them Grizzlies? I know Laterica was at that Grizzlies game last night. Parlay meetup is needed. I know this new job is no joke. I have lots to do, me tons of training, so I'll be in and out the next month. Okay, as long as you're okay. And thank you for popping in. I know you are super busy.
But do you miss us?
Table tennis. Are you following me, Julie Carly? I don't know if you've heard, but I'm 28 and 10.
Oh my God.
You created this monster.
I got nobody to blame but myself.
Did you?
But I'm like, you should join. Everybody else is doing it.
Did you take the 4 I gave you last night?
No,
they were.
I didn't see them till afterwards. Did they cash?
2 and 2.
They did. Oh, all right.
There's I got a thing going on. So I do see Scott Steen. Let's wait for Reichel to pop on in here too. We'll introduce you to Scott and Scott. Back to the window.
Are you going to sing the whole show?
Scott. I usually do. Are you freaking new here? Yeah, it's kind of my shtick.
It's
my shtick.
I'm asking for a friend.
I take requests. Would you like me to sing something for you?
I'm going to tell you the same thing my mom would tell me when I would sing. She'd be like, what's the name of that song? Who sings that song?
Yeah.
And then
but I sing I'm original. I make my own music. Like, here's one. Leonard Wenson had a middle name, and it was Donald. See?
So, everybody, welcome to the new Morning Wood show with just me. Okay? And this is the thing. I got a mute button. Bring her back in, though. Let her have her moment. As American Idol auditions ended.
Oh, Donald, don't get upset. You missed it? What's my handicapping 10 record? It's 28 and 10.
Oh my God. Wins. Did you miss it? Did you miss it, bro? Did you really miss it? I'm going to send
hail to the victors. Lenny, you know the words to that, don't you? That's his ringtone. When you call Lenny, hail to the victors plays. I don't know, hail to the victors. Can I sing it to the tune of Old MacDonald Had a Farm? Oh my God, I kill myself. Tate, your Nerfies are on fire. Get it, Tate. I hit both of them yesterday. What's your Nerfie today, Lenny? Get on it. What's your Nerfie, Tate, for crying out loud?
Check the Facebook page for my free plays on the Morningwood page because I put them all on there on my TikTok.
Well, since you're here and I'm here, why don't you just tell me?
Oh, man. I don't know.
How about that?
I gotta take my glasses off, read this shit. I'm old. I got the Nerfie in the Giants and the Mets game. I got the Nerfie in the White Sox Cleveland game, the first game, game 1. Mm-hmm. And then those are my 2 Nerfies. And then I'm on the Dodgers run line whole game and Dodgers money line first 5. Those are my 4 top of the line. Fade me if you dare. Good luck unless you're against me picks.
It won't give me the Nerfie in the Guardians game.
I had to get on it on Bill Hill.
Oh, Billiam. Okay. And then what was your other one? The White Sox. No, White Sox and
White Sox game 1.
But what was the second one?
The San Francisco and the Mets.
Okay.
Giants and the Mets. The game's
Giants.
at that's the later game, 4:10 our time.
Has it just taken away freaking props on this site for me? Is that what's happening?
No, on that, because that's a double header. I don't think they have any on that site you're looking at. I know that. That's why I had to go
okay.
To, the other one, Old Bill Hill, and then I'm on the Dodgers first 5 and whole game run line every which way, shape, or form. I like both of them.
Hi, Jojo Rabbit. A's money line. That's what you're taking. I can't say I'm mad at that. Let me do my little baseball rundown. I did pretty good on my baseball.
Sent Rachel the link on Twitter. So.
Oh, I was going to do that. That's why I was asking if you sent it to them or not.
Yeah.
Today, okay, you took the White Sox game 1, Nerfy, and you're going deep pick is the D-backs Nationals. I got to get on my different book. Excuse me.
Over.
¿Por qué no? ¿Por qué no? Okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Rockies look for real too. I'm on them. And the White Sox in the first game. I mean, the Rockies are playing the Phillies, so there's that. They did look real against the Dodgers, though. Big sis Lisa, Joey's only 2 sports DVDs away from 20,000 sports DVDs. Let's go, Joey. Let's go. Let's catch that Dodgers run line. I'm down. Go for it. I bet on them last night, so I'm not going to mess with that. We were in playing, though. I got plus 2.5. He got plus 2.5 and plus 3.5. But I got plus 2.5 at plus 160, and I loved it. I loved every moment of it, especially when they scored that first run.
A's money line.
Orioles under, D-backs under.
We got a Scott Reichel sighting.
Ooh, Scott Reichel on the premises. Today,
I'm going to take this off. Just for the time being, because you're gonna have 4 people in here, and somebody's head's gonna get chopped off.
Crap. Okay. Without further ado, Scott and Scott from Back to the Window with Scott and Scott. How's it going, guys? Welcome to Morning Wood.
I feel like we need theme music to bring them in or something. Some kind of Star Wars.
That's a lot of intro. That's a lot of intro.
If you had an intro song, if you're walking into the ring ready to box, what would your song be?
Fat Bottom Girls.
Oh, they make the rock and roll go round. Hell yeah. Let's go. Scott Reichel, what would your intro song be?
If I was going into a fight,
yeah,
I'd probably go 10,000 Fists Disturbed.
All right.
Oh, okay. You went
that was.
I'll go with one of those. Some upbeat rock, rock song that's fast paced, kind of gets the blood going a little bit.
I like it.
Probably go with some Dropkick Murphys. Kiss Me, I'm shit faced. I'd probably go that route. I'd probably go.
Do you have to be shit faced to walk in with that song?
If I'm walking into a professional fight, probably. I've made some bad decisions and signed some paperwork I can't get out of. That's how I feel. But. Be honest with you, for a couple mil, I'd let somebody knock me the hell out.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? I think I'd go with Dead Kennedys, but I'd make the song "Too Drunk to Fight." Too drunk to fight. That would be mine. Oh, I just saw the live chat.
Badass.
So guys, how's it going? Back to the Window with Scott and Scott. It's on every day on the Max Wager Network. We're Monday through Friday, not every day, right? Just Monday through Friday.
So far.
Let's not lose our minds. Okay,
right.
3 p.m. Eastern. I've had a lot of fun with you guys. I really enjoy your show. They come on. You probably know them from Total Chaos. All the Morning Woodies say hello to Scott and Scott. But what were you guys looking at today? What are you liking today, Scott Steen?
You know, I really have just started diving into the card. We need to do a little bit more as far as baseball goes. But as far as the basketball, I think it could be a dog day. I'm looking at Toronto at home catching the points from Philadelphia.
I love that.
I think Brooklyn may have a little something for him. I think Scott's Nets may have a little something for him. The one I would fade on that, I can't get behind the Bulls against Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee rolls them up there, but that's what I'm looking at as far as basketball goes.
Yeah, right, Shell. You're a big Nets fan. That's your thing. You're a Long Island, New York guy. Our dear friend Cameron Ross is a huge we call him Wayne, Kevin Durant fan. And he said in that last game, like Durant is not going to have the same game that he had the last game. He is going to put some up. What are you thinking about tonight's Kevin Durant citing his performance? What's going down?
Well, he better play better because they're screwed if he doesn't. But the thing is, it's kind of a trade-off because Kyrie played almost a perfect game. I mean, you can make the argument the one issue he had was the final possession because he kind of dribbled himself out of the entire shot clock. They kicked it to Durant for a 35-foot fadeaway at the end. But besides that, Kyrie was fantastic, and Durant was awful. So even if Durant plays a lot better, I'm assuming Kyrie will regress to some degree because he kind of has to. I don't really know how he could play much better than that in TD Garden. But I think the Nets should fare pretty well tonight. The main thing that I was looking at for today was actually props. I found a couple player props that I do like, mostly involving fading Andre Drummond. I think that based on what I saw in game one, he should not be on the floor at all in this series because the Celtics really tortured him in the pick and roll. He picked up 4 fouls really quickly. He really just couldn't guard anyone on the perimeter, and Claxton was very good. Now, of course, Claxton missed the 2 free throws that really hurt in the final 2 minutes. Drummond can't shoot free throws either, so that's kind of a push. But the point is that Claxton defensively makes the Nets a much better team, and Drummond matchup-wise shouldn't be on the court, but I like him under 8.5 rebounds. I know Drummond's a big rebounding guy, but he's not going to get enough minutes. He played 17 in game one. He should play less. I'm not saying you're going to see officially a Blake Griffin or a Marcus Aldridge sighting, but Drummond should not be on the court enough to actually pick up these rebounds. He's played against Boston. Let me pull up the numbers here. He played against Boston, I believe it was 5 times this season or 6 times. Sorry, I'm just pulling it up right now. He has not done well rebounding against Boston. Spoiler alert. But he's faced off against Boston 5 times this season. He's recorded less than 9 rebounds in 4 of those 5 meetings. So Boston, historically speaking, has really just tortured him. I'm going with the under.
All right. Drummond under 8.5 rebounds. I like it.
How many of those games did he match up with Williams, Scott?
It's a good question. I don't have that information in front of me, but it's about just the overall body of work and the fact that playing time-wise, it's kind of like why I took the Steven Adams prop yesterday. I faded Adams yesterday because he shouldn't be on the court. He played 3 minutes.
Yeah,
and
he
did not
wasn't.
play, and Memphis rolled because he cannot guard Anthony Towns. Drummond should not be on the floor. Now, if Nash is smart enough to realize that, separate story. I don't know if he's officially going to realize that or not because I'm not a big Steve Nash guy as a coach. But based on matchup, I'll fade Drummond. There are other options that are better.
I like Steve Nash. What don't you like about Steve?
I love him as a player. I just think he's a bad coach.
Santa Clara. Old Santa Clara. So let's get personal. Let's take a moment. Here at the Morning Wood Show, we're a community.
All right, I'm out.
We're a family. How did you guys meet each other? How did the two of you get hooked up?
Well, it's a real meet cute. We were on separate dates with other people, and we just locked eyes. No,
from across the room in a starry night,
over the dessert course,
over some wine and cheese.
We were at the all male review, and
working your side jobs.
We thought I saw you guys there.
we've never met. We've never met in person.
Really?
Yeah. No. We were completely both of us working for Winners and Winers, and we got thrown together. We started doing. He was a guest on when I first started. I was doing a podcast, and he was on my podcast occasionally. But then when the pandemic started, we started doing a daily show, and it just kind of kept evolving into the mismatch of excitement that you see over there every day now.
That is a really fun show. You guys do a lot of cool segments. Back to the Farm cracks me up. I love the hats. They are goofy, but they work. They work.
I get it. I get that.
Where are you located in the world again, Steen?
Kansas City, Missouri.
That's right. Kansas City, Missouri. And you're in Long Island, New York, right, Rachel?
Yes. And
for another week.
For another week, I'm moving to Brooklyn. Hopefully they don't lose in the playoffs because it's a lot more fun to live in Brooklyn when the team's still alive. But I'll be at game 4. So I'm going to witness Ramadan Curry in person. So hopefully they're not avoiding a sweep or trying to avoid a sweep in game 4. So just win one of the next 2 and I'll feel better.
One of our morning Woodies, Elliot V, is a Brooklyn cat. He's out in Brooklyn. That's so funny. You've never met before. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Well, I remember when I met Sean Higgs, I lost my mind. I was so excited because we worked together so long. Huh?
You fangirled out.
I'm sure that wouldn't be the first fangirl that he said.
Well, I am worried about when Rachel and I meet. I'm worried about kind of his same reaction when he finally meets me in person. I don't need the fan.
Do you think it'll be like in slow motion where you like run towards each other and there's like a group hug over a field and tall grass?
Casual,
yeah,
how's it going? You want to grab a beer, like something like that. It's going to segue immediately to alcohol in some type of like sports venue, but that works for me.
So, I mean, when me and Allie first met in person, we met at a bar.
It's exactly what we did.
Yeah, we were like, hey, going to this bar. All right, I'm in.
It was the
we only live like 15
Picks
minutes.
and Parlays meet and greet.
We've talked about doing a trip to Vegas here in the fall for I know Scott just made it out, but maybe for some football out there. So
come on,
that would be fun. That draft. When's the draft? Is it this weekend?
A week from.
I believe it's next weekend. I think
next weekend. Okay. That town doesn't like, you know how Lenny, when you live in Vegas, you can feel the vibe of the city. I was just gonna say, like, the town doesn't feel like the draft is here right now.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, isn't it in your city?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Hear about,
it doesn't feel like it's here yet.
Not yet. Local TV has been showing like stuff how it's like they're building the stages and all the hyping up all the extracurricular activities you can do around there, and it's very family friendly and this and that. I'm not taking my 10-year-old downtown to Vegas.
Well, this is the first year for the draft in Vegas with people in attendance, right? Because last year you had COVID cause it to be empty. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's the year. Well, they were going to do it in Vegas. They never did it. That's the year that they did it where he did it from his basement. Goodell did it from his basement, his man cave or whatever he was.
Weren't they going to do it like with gondolas and shit at the Venetian and like the
there were supposed to be some gondolas or something going on.
We're going to ride.
Yes, they were going to. Well, they tried to do that for like All-Star or Pro Bowl, I should say, not All-Star, Pro Bowl thing. They did it in front of the Venetian, the fountains, where they were throwing balls like from one square to the other. It was stupid. It was just dumb. And not one football fan was down there. It was just everybody trying to look. They came down to see the fountains, and then the fountains weren't going off. There was a bunch of guys throwing footballs around, and they were confused.
Well, I'm curious to see how it goes for you guys because you know it's going to be here next year. It's going to be in Kansas City next spring, a year from now. So
I got a buddy, my best friend out here in Vegas. My buddy Ed, Allie, you've met him, tall, bald guy. He's a huge Kansas City fan from Kansas City. He's a Chiefs fan, and
very good.
So I keep you know, I gotta slum it a little bit being a Lions fan, hang out with some Kansas City fans every now and then.
Lenny, they've got how long have they had sports betting in Michigan?
Not long. Through maybe less than 5 years. Less than 5 years.
Oh, okay.
I think that was one of the first couple of states, not named, of course, Nevada, but
I've been out here in Vegas about 12 years. And then it was a while after I left, though. But
I think it might have been a year or two after Jersey finally had it. Does that sound right?
No,
I think Michigan was one of the pioneers for like one of the states to actually accept sports betting.
Well, they had casinos forever. Like before I left, they've had casinos actually down there, but you couldn't actually sports bet. So if you wanted to do that, you had to go across the river to Windsor. But that's why we got casinos too, because you go across the river to Windsor and you could gamble, you know, you just exchange your money for Canadian money and just gamble, blackjack, play poker all night and gamble on sports. It was bootleg Vegas. And then Michigan brought casinos, and then slowly the gambling came along with it, the gaming.
I never would have guessed this hillbilly flyover country I live in would have passed weed before they passed sports betting. That is just, you know, because we've got casinos here. So I would have thought,
right.
Is that a 420 segue reference there, or is that pure coincidence?
No, it's just as far as the vices go, that's quote unquote, that's not the vice I thought would be first. I thought no way.
Thought gaming.
By the way, happy 420 just to everybody, right?
Happy 420.
You know, Mitch Hedberg said, I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too.
I always just say
Hedberg.
I don't do drugs anymore. Or any less. But
smoke weed every day. Scott Reichel, how did you get started in sports betting? You're one of the younger generation dudes. How did you get started in all this madness?
You mean on YouTube or you mean personally?
Personally.
It was in high school. I want to say 11th grade. There was some guy that was going around accepting screenshots from like an offshore book where if you liked any pics, send him a screenshot and take it. So I was watching sports all the time, basically out of the womb. So I decided, let me try to make some money on it. And yeah, not going to lie, first couple of years, got my ass kicked because, when you just start out, you're going to get your ass kicked because you don't know what you're doing. And then I reached the point where I realized, if I'm going to do this, I should probably get good at it. And I've been doing my best ever since, but it's been a pretty good couple of years. Then I ended up joining the Winners and Winers company in college, but I started out 11th grade just because I like sports and all of the classic beginner mistakes I was making, but I learned through example or I learned through experience. So yeah, I don't make those anymore, but yeah, it's been pretty good for the last couple of years.
Well, that's excellent. Yeah, I always say, like, you're going to lose money when you start out, but don't consider it a loss. I consider it an investment into my education, like paying for college.
Yeah. Just make sure you're actually learning something as you're losing money when you start.
Handicap your handicapping always. Stay away. What do you think? What was your number one? Like for me, it was parlays. That was my light bulb moment of like, if I'm making, my guru had told me, if you're going 4-1 every day, why don't you straight bet your parlays? And then at least you'll make money. And, just removing parlays out of my life was a huge bankroll saver. Is that one for you, or what's one that you have?
The main issue that I had when I first started was chasing. Because you don't know any better. You lose like $40. You want to get, that's my money. I want my $40 back. But the point is, if you keep chasing and you keep losing, then that's a surefire way you're going to lose a lot more money long term, or even in the short term. So the point is, I think the main issue I had when I started, true 11th grader gambling move, I was chasing all the time. And then I realized after I lost, for the first couple of months, this is just stupid. And I just stopped doing it. So I think that was the main thing. Bankroll management is one of the main pillars that I kind of preach for what my gambling now. But when I just started out, nobody knew any better. I didn't know any better. So that was kind of the main issue that I corrected.
Yeah, the dude, I hang out with my dude and he's kind of getting started into it. And he's definitely like that public. He likes throwing money around. He likes kind of chasing. But I'm not going to lecture you all day long because you're going to learn. A real fast way to learn something is to lose money doing it. Your brain's going to figure that out just naturally. I want to stop losing money. So go ahead, keep doing your thing. You'll figure it out. What about you, Scott Steen? What was your bugaboo that you had to overcome to go from not making money to making money?
Too many games, too many favorites would classify when I first started. Of course, back in the day when I first started, we were betting on kids rolling the barrels down the road with sticks. So we didn't have there weren't a lot of sports.
I want to know where they're hanging lines on cockfighting. Like, can I get some chickens fighting somewhere? Christ. Can I bet on that? Because I went in on it. I was talking about it last night.
I think that's more of an in-venue type of betting. You might need to find a back alley where it's actually happening, and then maybe somebody there could help you out with that.
How could you live in Vegas this long and not have an into cockfighting?
That's what I mean. That's why it occurred to me last night. In Texas, I can go bet on turtles. They lift the thing, the turtles go, or the frogs go. There's two varieties of that.
What? What's funny is a couple years ago, there was a story out here in local TV where they busted a cockfighting ring. And I immediately looked at my wife, and my wife goes, "Have you ever bet on that?" And I'm like, "Not yet." and I was like,
don't tempt me with a good front. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, she was like, well, thank God you didn't know nothing about it. I'm like, I would have probably been there. My face would have been plastered on the TV too. Like, this guy arrested for betting on chickens.
Oh, absolutely.
Back in my modeling days, I was a ring girl for a cockfight, but it was two guys dressed up like roosters, and it was like a whole photo shoot, but I was the ring girl for that. It was a fun way to have to take off my real job for that day.
A ring girl for cockfights. There's something that leads the resume.
Were you able to bet on the actual fight, or was that frowned upon?
It wasn't. Oh, here's what Pedro says. I did in Mexico. I did good in Mexico on cockfighting. I bet you did, Pedro. It was a photo shoot. I don't even remember what the photo shoot was for.
It was a photo shoot. This is getting worse.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was, but I remember like I wore an Everlast bikini thing or like bathing suit thing, and I had to hold the cards and walk back and forth. But it was two guys dressed like roosters. Yeah, Michael Vick may have a lead on that, but it'd be dogs. So there's that. No, I wouldn't. I don't want to bet on dog fighting. I don't really want to bet on cockfighting either.
Bet on
But
dog
it occurred to me
racing.
last night that I should at least know where or how to.
I'll bet on anything I can eat in a bucket. If a chicken dies, that's just closer to my plate. I don't give a damn. No, I'm not going to watch dogs fight because I'm not going to have a dog sandwich. But if I'm going to have a chicken, sure, let them die in front of me. Die an honorable death, chicken.
All
That's
I
a
know is
very
that
good
if I was around like ancient Roman Empire, I'd be front row seat gambling on every single gladiator match. So that's kind of just how I'd go about it. So yeah, I would like to take the high road on morality, but that would make me a hypocrite.
I believe that's the
I'm
last
not a
time the
hypocrite,
Lions.
So there you go.
Isn't that the last time the Lions were favored?
Yes. Absolutely. Actually, I actually have a future on the Michigan Panthers USFL because they're the only team that's ever been favored in the state of Michigan to win a football championship.
My God,
other than college, obviously.
They lost the first game, right?
They certainly look
And
good
they
this
did.
week.
Yeah, to Houston, baby, to the Houston Gamblers.
Nobody cares about them.
I do. Nobody cares about.
I've
Michigan
already
football.
ordered my Michigan Panthers shirt.
Who's your quarterback? You have Shea Patterson, I think.
Yes,
Paxton Lynch.
that's one. Yeah.
Wait, so you spent money on
my
Paxton
quarterback.
Lynch to win the championship?
Yes, they did.
Didn't he have
With
1
Jeff
yard?
Fisher.
I thought he had 1
With
yard.
Jeff Fisher.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Well, Jeff Fisher is guaranteed to go 8-8, so I don't know. Do they have 16 games, or
I don't even know how many games they played. They were
Okay.
the favorite to win the whatever the cup or trophy, whatever the championship thing is called, Super Bowl, bootleg Super Bowl, or whatever. Yeah. So I sprinkled a little bit of money on there, and the Twins thought I was crazy, and I'm like, you guys laugh. And then Saturday they were texting me, "Hey, I'm taking this one. I'm taking this line." I'm like, "Oh, look at you now, betting on the USFL and stuff, like in a damn handicap, like an actual degenerate." Good for you.
I mean, my general rule for new leagues: bet the under in week 1, and the under went 3-1, so I can't really complain too much.
There you go.
I only have up to week 6 in the USFL.
Is that how the
Oh wait,
games are
you're
projected to
7-8.
last?
Okay.
It's an
Speaking
installment
of-
package. You know, they got to see how it goes for the first 6 weeks, and then maybe add
that's
another.
how
10
long,
weeks
We're
after.
gonna do our new league on spec, so we'll see how it goes.
Exactly.
Picked up.
They're
Week to
scheduled out
week.
10 weeks is what we got here.
Okay.
10.
Yeah.
They're all playing in Birmingham, Alabama, same stadium.
Yeah.
Which I think is, I understand the cost behind that, the cost, reasoning behind that or whatever. But there is a Birmingham, Alabama team. So like that team is just like home field advantage all the time.
Birmingham
Not that it matters.
Stallions,
I
they
watched the
actually-
game. There was like 15 people in the stands, and I'm pretty sure they were all related to somebody on the field.
I was
Sure, it's a hell of a tailgate, though.
Those guys get like
Yeah, I would bet it's $10 tickets and kids are free.
they get like $3,500 a week. Their hotel room is $150. They get a $75 a day stipend, so they still have to pay $75 a day for their hotel plus food. Nobody getting rich down there in Birmingham.
No,
You can't even
No,
get a pizza.
It's just there's a lot of hot readies going out. You know what I mean? There's a lot of hot and readies, $5 pizzas everywhere.
Love a good hot and ready.
That Alabama,
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry. What?
no cockfighting, but
Boy, I'll tell you what. When we play this tape back,
I was literally talking about pizza.
yeah, sure.
I was. Jeez.
Me too. I'm the fat kid. I know. I'm always talking about pizza. Even
some
if
fine
I
drops
am
for this
talking
show.
about sex stuff, I'm talking about pizza. I'm just saying.
Kind of tough to throw a gladiator match. Not like you can make up the next fight. That's true. Think of the totals on that, and be like instead of team totals, it'd be like team total minutes. Like gladiator, how many minutes would he survive? You know.
I was gonna say they don't do rounds, so that's not an option. But yeah, you're gonna have to go minutes.
play the under.
Or
I'm
maybe
taking
the
the
prop
under.
would be left arm, right arm torn off first.
Oh,
Stuff
that's
like
good,
that.
that's
Or, yeah, kill shot.
What's the odds on decapitation?
Finish him.
It's got to be
Finish
plus
him.
money.
Yeah,
Maybe
I got to
a
assume
little
it's plus
more
money
now.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I
what do
like
we
it, though.
think? Jose
I'd be
Barrios.
honest.
over 5.5 strikeouts. Chris Middleton over 5.5 assists. Those are good props today from Heath Bierce. I like Heath Bierce's plays a lot. I take Heath's picks a lot. How you doing, Heath? He is an aviation engineer. He works on planes and stuff. Okay, so he's really smart.
So he's smart.
Take his picks. Yeah. Yes. Actually, remember he got a promotion. He's got a promotion. Anyway, so
congratulations, Keith.
Yeah. We interact a lot with our fans here because they're degenerates just like us. They're, in our Morningwood community and our little Facebook page and stuff like that. And do a lot of contests. The last Woody standing thing is a weekly contest. Allie, have you told them?
You should tell them about the Handicapper and who's winning it.
Well, we
don't interact with our people. We like to maintain a slight air of superiority where we just kind of look.
See, I want to do that. And she won't let me. She wants to talk to the common folk, and I'm just like, why?
He's a gorilla. He wants to come in and assert dominance. It's like we have a microphone and they don't. You don't have to yell at them.
Yes, I do.
I'm kidding. To me, because we came from our environment, which we were pre-recording everything, and then we did radio for a while, and of course, there's no live audience for that. It's just going out over the airwaves. So I think, as far as me, that's my favorite part of the show is actually interacting with the people. It's a lot of fun. I can tell you guys have a blast doing it too.
We have a love-hate relationship. I have a love-hate relationship with the people in the chat. They sometimes love me. I sometimes hate them. Sometimes they love them. Sometimes they hate me. It's back and forth.
Have you tried therapy?
No, I just drink more.
Okay.
How much would it cost to send all those people to therapy? That's not practical.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's a group Zoom session nowadays.
Yeah. I'll tell you. So we do this contest once a month. We start it every month on our Facebook Morningwood community page. It starts on the 1st of every month. Anybody can join. The rules are simple. You give 2 picks a day, 7 days a week for 30 days, 60 picks. They have to juice 150 or lower. You got to give a screenshot of your pick. Just show it's just 2 picks. Doesn't matter what the juice is, as long as it's under 150 or what bet, prop, what sport, Russian table tennis. It doesn't matter what you're betting. You just got to put it up there. And then I keep track of wins and losses. And then at the end of the month, first place gets like 250, second place gets 100, and third gets like 50, I think, something like that.
250.
So I've been talking Allie Burns into trying to compete in this contest. I'm like, you should compete. Even though you can't win the money, you should just compete, whatever, right? Just throw your hat in the ring. So finally she does this month. She's 28-10. And she's only betting, and she's in first place by like 2 picks, by the way. Next person has like 26 wins. But she's in first place, and she's only betting Russian table tennis. And she is kicking these boys' ass up and down, and who are betting everything. And she's
Allie, you don't know anything about it, right? You're just looking for line inefficiencies.
Yep.
Yes.
100%. That's all.
That's it.
Did you?
So just to make sure, though, the actual audience should not be too mad because you can't win any of the money.
Yeah, I can't win the money because I work for the company. So
okay, so it's a trickle down effect. Whoever's in second place,
it really is.
But I heard Lenny said we don't pay second place. Like if I win first, just no one gets 250.
So nobody gets anything.
You take first. You don't get it just because she can't get it. You got to earn it.
I think that second place should get paid for being the first place loser.
I'm imagining it like a Tour de France doping situation. You just give it to second place.
Yeah,
right.
That's fair.
Or Miss America poses nude. That's the first runner up that gets the crown.
I just I don't do it for the money. I do it just to brag about it. I'll be honest with you. The title. I just want the belt. I just want the title. And so the thing is, in every 7 days of the contest, you get cut. There's a cut day. And if you're not above 500, you get cut. So that's the thing is that's a whole feat by itself just to make it all 30 days without getting cut.
Sure.
And if you miss your picks because life happens and you forget to make your picks, I post the damn thing on Facebook saying, "Hey, everybody, put your picks here," and I forgot to put my picks in. And you go 0-2 if you forget your picks. I was so pissed. I did that. I was so pissed.
The other thing about table tennis, I can't not bet on it because I don't know how to find out the results if I don't make a bet on them. So like I literally go through, I find my 2, I screenshot, and then I have to make a bet on them. So
are they not on like SofaScore or something?
I don't know. Who looks up Russian table tennis? I have no idea.
I don't even know.
On SofaScore. I use SofaScore every day.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's it called?
SofaScore. It's a very good like sporting event tracker. It has table tennis, it has darts, it has snooker, it has everything.
Oh shit!
Like
Got the
sofa,
dates
like my
backwards. Be
couch.
careful.
Oh, look at this schnikes. Does it have?
I use it every day for tennis.
Table tennis.
So are you guys are big tennis, soccer stuff?
He is. He's a big tennis and soccer guy.
Okay.
I'm kind of being dragged inch by inch towards the soccer field. I'm still not a tennis guy. I didn't grow up with the sport. I actually grew up playing table tennis.
Okay.
Well, you were competitive in table tennis.
I was actually in Vegas for the youth nationals one time. We played it.
Were
Caesar.
you?
So, yeah.
I have a bitch table tennis paddle. I got to show you. Rachel, I was going to start bringing Kaepernick is his name. Here he is right here. Dre Richardson. He does Total Chaoses also. Really sharp guy and really into soccer. But I was going to start bringing him on Fridays. I was thinking something like that. If you'd be into coming on and talking soccer also, I'm down with that. And then we also have two guys, Lex Steele and Daniel Henderson, who are huge tennis guys. So that's the best thing about the Morning Wood show is that everyone's betting on something. You know, TS loves his darts and his snooker. That's not a joke. He bets on darts and snooker. He loves it.
I've done
Didn't answer his question.
Overnight.
What was the question?
Are darts and
they're
snooker
accepted.
bets
He knows
accepted?
that. Well,
Yes.
really, Lenny doesn't want them to be, but they are.
I'd take everything but NASCAR.
Why not NASCAR?
You like NASCAR?
No, but I know nobody's ever given me a NASCAR pick.
Oh.
I had
There's
Kyle
no
Busch this
Celtics
past week
Mets.
on the NASCAR show. Come on, man.
Well, there's no sense to it for your contest because all the NASCAR picks are obviously plus money.
Right.
Any kind of positional stuff. I mean, I guess you could take a matchup.
It's also
Right,
once
but
a
see,
week
so
when you're doing
it's
a
not
daily
like a-
contest.
Yeah, it's not a if you take a plus 500 or a minus 150, if you win it, it's just one win.
Right.
It's just a win-loss. So there's no benefit of taking anything like that. You get a lot of me when I was in it last year. I stopped doing it a couple months ago because it was just it's too much sometimes. But she left. Welcome to my world, guys.
I can't tell if she went because she had to get the paddle or she had something
I don't
else
know.
to do. But okay.
I don't know. Sometimes she just leaves her cat, or it's just if she yells sugar balls, that's when I'm supposed to come on and fix something.
By the way, just for clarification,
It's my
I follow
show,
tennis.
okay?
What? Okay.
It's
Welcome
my
back.
show. Don't
Hi.
leave when I work.
Okay.
I want
Welcome
to see
back.
my paddle. Look at my
Okay.
paddle.
Okay, turn it around.
Nice.
Okay.
It's old.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
my old college
All
paddle.
right. First of
It
all,
looks like the Forrest Gump paddle.
it's not a paddle. It's a bat.
It's a paddle.
It's not
Ping
a
pong
paddle.
paddle.
No.
No, for
It's
the
a table
reason
tennis-
she
it's a
uses
table
it,
tennis
it's a
bat.
paddle.
Yeah, but what I use that for, it's a paddle. Trust me.
Fair enough. All right.
She bought me a shirt that has a bat on it, a table tennis bat on it, and it says "I'd hit that."
I have
Nice.
one too.
Yeah, that was a cool shirt, but
Would you say, Rachel, you have that too?
Wait, what?
No, I have that shirt.
Oh,
I didn't say anything.
Rachel said like I have that too.
how did you do it?
That seems
Yeah,
out of
I
character.
would just say for clarification, I follow tennis a lot more than soccer. I still follow soccer, but for gambling, I'll bet tennis several times a week.
All right. Well, let us know what your picks are, Rachel. Come on, tag us in your Twitter and stuff. We want to know.
Okay, cool.
We
How you
absolutely
use-
want to know.
AJ's wants to know how you're using that paddle, Allie.
You
Burns.
know, AJ's. You don't know. You know. Use your imagination.
You know, it's weird. Every show I do with you, Allie Burns, somehow turns in some kind of sexual reference, and every show I do with Nick and Tim Earl turns into food talk.
We've gone down some rabbit holes with food. We did like hot dogs the other day.
We
Somebody
did a
brought up hot dogs.
25-minute thing about
Fuck, we
stadium
were
food.
off and running.
Oh,
there
we
went.
just spent 2 days last week, me and the twins, to asking this is them though. Is a hot dog a taco?
No.
No.
You wrap it up just like a taco.
Right.
What the hell's wrong with you
It's-
people? No.
That's what I
It's
said.
not.
That's
What?
a dumb question.
I said it was a
logged off
sandwich.
Immediately. It's a sandwich. Yeah, it's not a taco. It's a sandwich.
Right.
It's a hot
You know,
dog.
we do stuff like, tater tots or fries.
Sorry, this guy's like, so could we like talk about sports and shit, y'all?
See, that's exactly what happens on our show.
Go.
We get half the people telling us about their favorite hot dog. We get the other half going, "What are you guys doing? Who's going to win the
we
next
talk about
game?"
sports.
Right.
Listen,
So what did we like today? I like the Nets. I really like the Raptors.
I like the Nets and the
I
Raptors.
did a free pick on the Raptors last night, and a big thing with the free pick, the angle that I heard was, or that Lee was telling me, was that the Raptors haven't had like a really great record at home with fans in the stands, but then there was the COVID bubble year. The next year they played their home games in Miami, and then this year they haven't had fans in their stands. So in this game, they're gonna. And I like sprinkling the money line there and taking the 2 points with the Raptors. I do like the Nets. I like Rachel's Andre Drummond fade as well. What else do we got? What else is going on?
Well, Bill mentioned Chelsea and soccer. I'll address that. Arsenal's been a disaster. So if you want to keep fading teams that are in free fall, Arsenal's been outscored 7-2 in the last 3 games. They've been outscored 6-2 in the last 3 games. They're still playing for something, but they're just bad. If you want to fade a team that's fully struggling in about an hour for some afternoon soccer, I don't mind Chelsea either.
Would you lay the half a goal, or just take a -118 on the money line?
Well, that's the same thing, because in soccer you have 3-way lines.
I know, that's what I'm asking. Would you lay the half goal, or would you take the 3-way?
Well, it's the same thing. I would lay the half. It's this. They have to win. There's no pushing unless you got a draw, no bet thing in soccer. But Chelsea should win the match, because Arsenal is really just falling apart right now.
Okay, I'm on it. All right,
That's
first
fair.
bet of the day. Let's go.
I like the Dodgers tonight fading Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton's been awful.
Oh, I took the Rockies last night.
Rockies
I'm
have
on
been
the
good.
Dodgers first 5. I'm on the Dodgers full game run line, whole 9 yards.
Yep.
It's worked the first
And I
2
like the
games, but I'm
Murphy
looking at
and
the
the-
Padres again. The
Uh,
Reds have been a
Yeah.
disaster.
I got to fade your Tigers, Lenny. I think Severino may actually.
I'm on the over.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Severino is one of my auto fade guys. I can't mess
I'm on
with
the
him.
over. I do have a nice little juicy 2-team parlay with the Nets and the Raptors, and I don't NBA that much, but I'm taking both dogs, and I'm
Yep.
taking them both no points, just on the plus money for I think it's like plus 390 or something like that. So I like that game a lot. I like both those games a lot,
Beautiful.
and I know you guys like those games, so that makes me like them even more.
Very good.
Cool. I got the Rockies last night at +105, and now they're a -104. So, and I got their run line at -145, and now it has moved up too. So I like that line movement. Rockies, go. Do it. But yeah, fading the Reds, fading the Phillies. Who's your other one you fade? You have like 4 of them you fade all the time, Lenny. Reds, Phillies.
Orioles,
probably.
Orioles and Pirates. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got like so far this as I made my Lenny shit list. Basically, I was just kind of auto teams for me that I go against. Like Baltimore last year was obviously #1 team. You just whatever. Tigers first 5 made car payments last year. So this year so far, not really doing that.
Well, the Orioles unders are undefeated.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. I just wish that Sean Austin said them in that same way that you just said that.
Instead, Sean Austin will word it. This is how one of our viewers words it: is the Orioles overs are 0-10.
I saw that. I saw that in the chat section.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, bro, just
screws
say the
me
overs are 10-0. You're screwing us all up.
I think
I'm
there's
doing
one
that.
push in there,
That's the
but
way to
they
say
can't
that.
hit it all.
That's
Yeah.
the way to say that. Charles Barkley said the Sixers are going to sweep. What do you think about that?
Barkley did not say that. That was Shaq who said that.
Shaq, get your stuff right, Andrew K.
But I remember because he said that before the series started, and I thought Toronto would give Philly a serious run for its money. And then Toronto got not only destroyed on the scoreboard in game 1, but a bunch of players got injured. Now, Thaddeus Young and Gary Trent played in game 2. I guess Trent technically played. He didn't do anything, but he played in the game, I guess. But it all comes down to if Barnes is going to be back for game 3. Because if Toronto wants any shot to even make this
is it.
I'd say a 5-game series, they need Barnes to play. And from what I've heard early on in shoot-around, it seems like his ankle's not bothering him too much. So I do expect Barnes to play today.
I've got him doubtful.
Still?
Yeah, that's what I show.
I like the Raptors. I think this is the do or die for them. Obviously, I mean, it's game 3. It's their first one at home. So they need to come out swinging, and I like them. I like that.
Thank you, Tate the Great.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
He's a Michigan fan. We can't talk to him too much. UM guy.
They have a love-hate relationship. All right. Well, we are just about out of time here. I just want to remind everyone to find Scott and Scott, Back to the Window with Scott and Scott, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. You guys are lots of fun. Find Scott Reichel at Reichel Radio on Twitter. His player prop he likes today is fading Drummond under 8.5 rebounds. And find Scott Steen at Steen Roller. I love that name. Scott Steen's a trumpet player for a band I like called the Royal Crown Review. I don't know if you know that or not, but I danced with him at one of his concerts.
I do know that. I've seen them many times.
Have you? Oh my God, we're best friends now. Oh my God, I'm a huge soul music person. She'll stop texting me now.
No, Lenny, you're not a fan?
I don't even know who the hell that is.
No, he said, thank God that
I think Lenny's just happy because now he got Allie off his back, and now he can,
right? Yeah, now I can I can go. I have a real wife in real life, like at home, and then I have my work wife, and
I do too. But you came out a lot better in that than I did because.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying.
There's my work wife's right there in the Greg Brady position. So, I don't care for that at at
I have a great personality, though. That makes up for some things.
I think you're beautiful just the way you are.
You don't
That's so sweet. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Tim Earl is now Higgs's work wife.
Tim Earl's Higgs's work wife? Tim Earl, you've been passed around, buddy. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Elon Musk fades Berkeley. That's how he's wealthy. That's fair.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Murphy for life. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We're going to head on out. If you want to find me, I'm at Plus Money Honey over on Twitter. If you want to find Detroit Lenny, he doesn't want you to. So just stop looking. But definitely look for Picks and Parlays TikTok and get yourself hooked up with Caesar Sportsbook up to $1,100 for first bet insurance. Use the promo link that is in the description of this video. Just click on that. And if you're over at Picks and Parlays looking to buy premium plays, use the promo code MLB. It'll save you 20%. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell. Scott Steen, Scott Reichel, anything else to report before we go? Anything else you want to tell the people?
No, we're excited about our show in a couple hours.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll be on in about an hour. So if you have any questions, you can hit us up there.
There you go. Go find him over there. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Sean Austin said it right. 0-10 to the under.
No, he didn't.
No, he said the over is 0-10. It'd be 10-0 under 0-10.
For the love of God, I'm rolling credits.
Make it stop. Make it
stop. Credits.
Exactly.
I appreciate
all right, so
good luck unless you're against us.
Yeah. Head to Just Parlays right now. Just Parlays. Go, go, go. Bye.
Bye.